It's way over there. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Gary Shipman, and I finally made it onto a live stream. I'm not sure. Oh, quite a delay. Hello, everybody. Anyways, I am the creator of a comic book called Titan, Mouse and Might. This is volume 3. I've been working hard.
Hi,
Felix. Or should I say Jeremy? Sorry. Maybe you don't want your name to be known other than what your thing is. It's been a minute. It has been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I've been working, my friend, working. This is everything, virtually everything, up to date for Titan Mouse of Might Volume 3. A lot of work here. I've been working on this thing for, I guess, over a year or around a year. We have we're getting real close to the end here. But I did want to come on and do a stream on YouTube because I haven't done it in a while. And we have all 16 subscribers, which is...
It's Felix. My real name isn't Jeremy, so it's okay.
Well, I didn't know what name you wanted me to use because on the chat it says Jeremy. So I'll use Felix. Anyways, hello Nighthawk. Good to see you, my friend. If everyone could share.
Hi everyone, how are you?
That would be great.
Gary, this is awesome.
Yeah, it is a lot of work I've been doing.
Congratulations, Gary.
Thank you. But I figured I had to really, especially this last week, I've really been working hard with the scripting and stuff and trying to pull the story together in a way that is more, cohesive. Man, we got a lot of screen here. It can go all the way over there. I can show pages, banning.
I shared out to Discord. Felix works. Did you ever tell Grant I've been trying to contact him?
Did I ever tell Grant? I thought he saw it because didn't you at him or something like that? Whatever it's called. Anyways, we got a lot of room on this screen to show stuff. These are printouts, so they're smaller. I probably could, I don't know how much I could show you, but also Titan is being translated into French as well. It looks like it's going to be closer to December, the release for that. It may even get bumped to next year because I'm going to talk to them and it may throw a wrinkle, but it shouldn't. It'll make it better. It's a better wrinkle, but it'll make it probably take...
And he never contacted me.
I don't know. What's up? Maybe he'll show up here. Let's see. Let's see if he's on. Grant, where are you? No, he's not even on. So, at least I don't see him being on. Did I everybody? I didn't even share this to everybody, did I? Let's see. Let's share. Let's grab that link.
I miss your work, bro.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to see if I can't work on some new stuff. That over there. I'm not sure if I can, just because I'm at this critical place where I have to work out things in the script and really tack it down before I move forward, because we're buttoning up the very last pages. So I'm not exactly sure. All right, so here's, oh my goodness, here's like some of the last pages that I did. I'm not sure what you guys have seen, what you haven't seen. I'm making a mess.
How's the family doing since we last spoke? It's been since the time of Paul and Peter. Gary, draw a sketch card tonight.
I could draw a sketch card, I guess. It's just that I'm really wanting to get these pages done. These are, there's the sequence like that. So here's where I'm at. Here's a splash I did. But even that, I'm gonna have to do a page in between, I think. In between these two pages here.
Did Halo ever contact you?
Halo, what for? Why would they need to contact me? So where I'm at right now is I have to do the scripting for these pages.
Gary, I shared this stream to Grant's Discord server and tried messaging him on your Discord server general chat. His recent message in his Discord server was October 21st. The sketch cards.
What about the sketch cards? I did them already. The Halo sketch cards are done. So I'm scripting this page right now.
Gary, I think he's asking if you got any new sketch cards for Halo or Upper Deck.
Well, they contacted me about doing some monster ones. I think they're going to be like Universal monsters, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that they'll be due, I'll have to have them done by March. But they haven't sent the cards themselves to me, so I don't have them yet. But I have till March, I believe, to get them done. Hopefully those will be fun to do. So I'm halfway through on this page on scripting. I haven't started scripting this page yet. But now I need to marry these pages, like the sequence. So he's doing this here, but then suddenly he's got...
I'd like to see you stream those.
I can't stream them because they have to go through approval.
Will not stream lol. 4 people here now, yay smile and
4
sweet Universal
people.
monsters are awesome. Cool, show us a sketch thumbnail Titan page.
Sketch thumbnail Titan page. Well, it's really hard to work out the details on a live stream because I'm paying attention to the stream and the chat and all that stuff, and it kind of, my mind needs to be totally focused on the story. When it comes to, like, once I have it tacked down, I don't have any pages tacked down as of yet. These are previous ones. Basically, I could put all these away. So that's pretty much the majority of Titan Volume 3. I still got some other ones over here, but a stack, my friends. It is a stack.
Thinking face, I wonder if you can draw Spider-Man right now before doing Titan, etc.
Maybe. Is Spider-Man a big thing right
Dude,
now
you
these
should
days?
stream here more.
I'm gonna
Should.
I'm gonna try to. Okay. I'm gonna try to. That's what I'll say. So here is a card. Sketch
I
card.
miss your work seriously.
Thank you. I am on Whatnot. I'm gonna slow down on Whatnot too, so maybe that'll free me up to work on to do some stuff here on YouTube. So yeah. R Eka R
Cool.
R Enosh. Welcome.
He should stream his Titan 3 pages here. Yes, the second video game it out this month. Gary, I miss seeing your stuff.
The second video game for Spider-Man is out.
Hey, I just found your page from your comment on a kayfabe video. Just followed you on IG. I really like your art.
Oh, thank
Do you
you.
mostly ink with microns, or do you do any brush or dip pen as well?
I do.
That eraser looks sad.
That eraser.
A lot. Yeah, Gary's been cranking out a lot lately on Whatnot and neglected his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I use
Like Enoch, but Enosh.
Enosh. Yeah. I use microns. I use brush. This is a brush pen. I have
Gary,
quills.
Spider-Man PS4 game number 2 came out this month.
I have quills that I use as well. There's another brush pen that I use. So I use all kinds of stuff. I do use like a dip brush too. There's a brush that I'll use for inking sometimes. And I also have quills that I'll use as well. Yeah, so my YouTube channel, for those of you who are new, I used to have a YouTube channel and I had like 1,000, maybe 2,200, I can't remember, followers, but then I got hacked. I don't know what it is. Hacked, trolled, and my channel got taken down. And so I had to build it all up. So I built it back up again to roughly the same number over the course of a year. And then it got hacked again. And so now I've just really been hesitant to do anything on YouTube because it's so much work to kind of build that audience. I miss the audience. To then just get it all taken away, it's really discouraging. And so I've been trying to do
Those
other
are
things.
cool. Gary, he got hacked in 2021 in April, then April of 2023 it happened again.
Yeah, like a year later.
3 got hacked. 1 for a crypto scam. Then some trolls copyrighted his work twice.
It was crazy. No, they copyrighted
Well, 1 got hacked.
They copyrighted my stuff 22 times in one day. And by the time I got to my YouTube channel, I was locked out because they had shut it down. It was sad, but hopefully that won't happen again. But I'm also not putting so much stock in the YouTube stuff anymore because it just really hurts, man, when you lose all of that. All that effort, all those videos are gone. I have some of them that I was smart enough, I guess, or
Wow, Gary,
to
that's
put them
weird.
on Rumble or something like that, or Odyssey. So I have a Rumble page and I have an Odyssey page. I never stream on those either, but at least I had the videos put up there, so I can always go back and kind of pull from them, maybe create new content with those videos. But we'll see. We will see what happens.
You can stream on Discord, by the way. We got coverage for you, Gary. Your channel needs to build up again.
You got coverage for me? What does that mean? So yeah, the K-Faber guys did a video of some new, like a mag, I don't know what it was. It's a comic, but it talks about all the 1986 stuff that happened. And then I saw that they had like Silverwolf in there. And I was like, oh yeah, I worked on Edge for Silverwolf. Then he took all my artwork. So yeah, so Chris Silver snagged my artwork from that. I have a lot of sad stories, I think.
Coverage measures to protect you from hackers, etc. IDK, but it don't sound promising, lol. 1986 fanzine.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
I'll share that video.
Yeah, it was a 1986 fanzine. And so I've been working in the background. Done some work for Marvel, DC, Disney, Lucasfilm since then. So
Gary, you need to recover those artwork from the guy.
I don't even know how to get a hold of him. He like disappeared. I'm a phantom. But I don't even know why he has. What is he doing with the artwork? It's like, why did he keep it?
He never even published anything new with Edge ever, so.
I know. It's
Would
weird.
love to hear some of the stories of those early days. You ever work with or know Sam Keith or Tim Vigil?
I met Tim. Tim Vigil worked at Silverwolf 2, and he was he started before I did, and I've met him at a comic book convention some years ago, and we'd never met before, but we worked at Silverwolf, and
No one has a positive story about Chris Silver, lol.
Yeah. But I met another guy, I think his name was Brendan McKinnon. And he did something, I think it was called Legion X or something like that. And him and I really hit it off well.
His publishing company is still on Google. It's called Silver Wolf Publishing, I believe.
Yeah, maybe it's there, but I don't think he does anything. He's not publishing anything that I know of anyways. Well, I don't follow him either, so I don't know. But it would be kind of interesting to get my artwork, because there's like a whole issue of Edge that I sent to him, and I think it was my best stuff too. Not that Edge was good, but it was the best stuff that I had done on Edge up to that point, and he just took off, shut down the company. I don't know what he did. Crazy. But who was the other person you said? Tim Vigil, Sam Keith. Sam Keith sounds familiar. Who is Sam Keith? I don't really follow people, so forgive me for my ignorance. Probably a super famous person. I don't even know. Because the reason why I enjoyed that comics kayfabe thing was because that was my time, the 80s, late 80s, like the very beginning of the 90s. I was out. It was like I quit comic books for like 10 years and then went and did other stuff, worked for other companies and things like that. And then came back 10 years
His
later.
last update was that he was going to publish the last issue of Edge number 19, I think, or something like that, and had a release date and went bankrupt in 2010. Sam Keith did the Image comic The Max.
Oh yeah, I've heard of the Max. I get them kind of confused though, because there's a lot of characters that are sort of the same looking wise.
Sam Keith was the guy who did a lot of Marvel Comics Presents with Wolverine after Barry Windsor Smith, and then the Max with Image. Was a Sacramento guy who worked with Vigil in the past.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I did meet him because there was one time that
It's his most popular character, Gary.
not, I mean, a group of us from Silver Wolf. It was Brendan. There were some other guys too. I just don't remember their name. He may have been Sam Keith, may have been in the car. I have no idea. But the only one that I really remember because we really hit it off was Brendan McKinnon. I really liked
the Max,
him.
I mean.
That's cool. So there was we had a group of us in a car and we traveled to down or up to Sacramento and then we went to the offices. I think they were in a mall from what I remember, like in a storefront at a mall, which seemed weird, but it was cool. And I felt
looking
like
up Silver Wolf Publishing online now to share the link here.
I felt like I had arrived. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is it. I made it into comics, legit. And then it all fell apart pretty quickly. And then I would have went to, I think, was Dark Horse.
Did you ever meet Steve Ditko?
No, never met Steve. Steve Ditko was sort of a recluse. Met Jack Kirby and Frank Miller and George Perez and Neil Adams, Jim Steranko, Jim Starlin. Never met Bernie Wrightson. Arthur Adams, Mike Mignola, Terry Austin, Klaus Janson. There's probably more. Dave Stevens. Stan Lee. I talked with Alan Moore on the phone once. They had a DC did this promotion back in the 80s where, and I don't know what the promotion was, it was weird, but certain things would happen where on this certain day you go to the comic book store.
By the way, I bought a Dark Knight comic.
You did?
What brought you back into comics?
What brought me back? The company I was working for, I had done all these posters and stuff for them, and then some of them I really liked. So I went to the president of the company and I asked him, is it possible for me to get back some of my original artwork that I had done for them? And he said no. And I said, well, I'll pay for it. I'll buy it back. And he said, no, everything you've done for us is ours. And the
Yes.
offices were lined, even to this day, I think, if the company's still there, they had the posters and stuff that I had done lined the halls, and I was thinking, well, it'd be nice if I ever had kids. I didn't have kids at the time, that I could, share them with them. And he said no, and just something stirred up inside me because I had started drawing because of comic books. That's my one, I don't know what you want to call it. That's where I started, comic books. And I just said then, I want to do something that nobody can take away from me, or at least not that easily. I'm sure someone could figure out, there's a lot of corruption out there. I'm sure there's a way that they could take it away from me. but hopefully they won't. So I came up with the first book that I did series was called Atkins Land. I can show you. So this is an omnibus, Atkins Land omnibus. It's super thick. I'm gonna hit my camera if I go up to super thick. It was nominated for a Harvey Award, Russ Manning Award, Will Eisner Award. It was nominated back in like I think it was '96 or something like that. Didn't win, but it was nominated. And so that I did that, and then since then I've done. Now I'm currently working on this. My newest thing is Titan Mouse of Might, and this is a hardcover. This is volume 1. And this is available on Indiegogo. That's volume 1. And here's volume 2. And both of these are about 82 pages, something like that each. And I'm currently working on volume 3, and I'm almost done. Let me see if I can throw a link into the chat. All right, Indiegogo. See what we got. All right, here's a link.
Titan Mouse of Might https://igg.me/at/titan-mouse-3/188333604 / So a desire to have original art for you kids made you want to start doing comics again.
Well, I just wanted to have
Nice
something.
Spider-Man sketch in blue pencil, Gary. I will link Silver Wolf Publishing shortly. I was looking it up again on Google.
I was wanting to have something that I could have for my own, you know what I mean, that no one would take away from me. Like, because I had worked for that company for all those years, and I felt like the artwork should be mine. That's how it was in the comic book industry, at least with like, they were fighting for it, like Jack Kirby and Frank Miller and all of them were fighting Marvel and DC and stuff to get Jack Kirby's artwork back. And I was, at San Diego during those times and I'd go to the panels and stuff and to see how things were progressing, to see if they were ever going to give him his artwork back. And everybody signed petitions like, give him his artwork back. Come on, man. What's your problem? And so anyways, I felt like, I should get my artwork back too at this company, but that didn't work. Didn't fly. So I went out and I made something of my own. And I've been trying to make something of my own ever since. And there's a lot of bumps in the road, like getting your YouTube channel hacked, things like that. But I try to just keep going. And I'm trying to figure out how to do. I'm not real good at YouTube anyways, so it's not like. I mean, it was a loss. Not on my screen. On my screen right there. What is that? Chat? I must see the chat. Is that it right there? That was weird. Why was that on there? So, anyways, I'm not real great on YouTube, anyways, because like right now, I'm really trying to talk and draw at the same time. Gotten myself into kind of a bad habit, I guess, of just drawing and being quiet. And it's really difficult for me to do what I'm doing right this minute. And I think.
I love the DIY attitude of doing your own book. The art looks beautiful.
Thank you. Very kind.
I gotta know, what was the conversation over the phone with Alan Moore like?
Well, I was really young. I mean, it was back, I think Alan Moore was working on Swamp Thing at the time for DC. And I don't even know that I had read any of them. And so he called the store. I was thinking, oh, hopefully it's George Perez or something like that. And then he called the store, and I was such a narrow-minded kind of a kid. I wasn't, hip with like new stuff that was coming out. I had a friend though, Leo, and Leo got on the phone with him and started talking to him. I just said like, "Hi, how you doing?" And that was about it. I didn't have anything. But my friend Leo, man, he was asking him all these questions. He was like Leo knew all the stuff. Like he had read the books. I was more, my approach to comic books was a visual thing. I love the artwork. And the stories, I like the stories too. I love them as well. But I just didn't know anything to ask him. And so I just listened, but I did say hi to him. That's about it. But it was weird. And I guess he called all the way from England, and we were in California. So that was kind of interesting. All right, let's get a brush. I'm using a brush pen now. So this is a Pentel brush pen. I have two different brush pens. This one does ultra fine lines, which I may end up use here in a minute. This one does a thicker line. The fine line one isn't permanent though, I've noticed. So if I try to color it like with ink wash or something like that, it'll bleed.
Comics did you enjoy before you left the game after Silverwolf?
Okay, so when I first started, what first got me into comic books was John Byrne's X-Men and Chris Claremont. I've never met John Byrne. I have met Chris Claremont.
https://www.silverwolf.info/
And I was just totally in love with X-Men, John Byrne's. And then when they started getting new people on it, I was just so disappointed. I still collected it because I loved it, but they just weren't as good. I've since come to enjoy what they did, like Dave Cockrum. Never met him either. But I would have preferred John Byrne to be doing X-Men, and whatever John Byrne would do, I loved it. And then from X-Men, I think I started collecting Teen Titans with George Perez and Marv Wolfman, and I really liked that. And then in that same period of time, I think a friend of mine, my friends were more comic book readers. I did too, but I do also have I have dyslexia, so I've always struggled with reading, and it's sort of ironic now that I write comic books. You know what I mean? And I think that
Dear Gary, his page is updated. He's still trying to publish issue number 19 for Edge. It looks like I'd have to read it again on my computer. He wants you to draw edge covers for issues number 16 to 19, the final issue.
He wants me to? Well, why doesn't he reach out to me?
John Byrne left because Jim Shooter made him quit.
Did he? Mhm. I don't know why John Byrne left, but he crushed it, man, on X-Men. Loved it. Loved it. Then friends of
I
mine.
enjoyed John Byrne's Superman and Batman Generations. I am not a fan of Moore's nihilist belief. Do you have any thought on his beliefs?
Alan Moore. I'm not a fan of his beliefs either. I think that he writes some intriguing stuff, like, and I haven't read everything of his. Like, I even like V for Vendetta. I enjoyed the movie, but I never
really enjoyed John Byrne's Man of Steel run on Superman. Are there any current series in comics that you enjoy? I doubt Jim Shooter made John quit.
Okay, so about John Byrne, I think John Byrne quit because he wanted to do Fantastic Four.
Jim Shooter made Marvel Comics go bankrupt in the 80s.
Yeah, maybe. But because John Byrne was always in love with Fantastic Four with Jack Kirby's work. And I think he even did like a full Fantastic Four book as a pitch, like, I want to come work for you guys. And it was like amazing. So
Jim saved Marvel in the 70s and 80s. And he told John Byrne to quit because they couldn't agree on anything with X-Men comics after Phoenix died.
I don't know about all that. Current, I don't read any books currently. But that doesn't mean that there aren't some good ones out there. I just don't know what they are, and I just don't have the time for it. I mean, my daughter picked up I want to say White Knights or something like that. It's like a Batman White Knight or something like that. And with Sean Gordon Murphy, and that his artwork is beautiful. It's amazing. But I haven't read
Watch
it.
the documentary on Amazon Aranosh.
But I haven't read it. But the artwork was really good. Yeah, I can't think of anything that I've
It's called the John Byrne X-Men documentary.
really. Where's it at? Where'd you say it was at? Watch the documentary on Amazon. Okay, I'll check it out. John Byrne X-Men documentary. I haven't seen that. That might be good. But currently, I just don't. I'm not reading anything. I'm writing. I'm writing my books and trying to.
Gary, I hope you have a nice night. I'm going to sleep now. Been up all day. I'll watch this on replay tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
All right, Nighthawk. Thanks for being here, buddy. Good to hear your robotic voice. British robotic voice.
Yeah, it's a good documentary, Gary. I saw it twice. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. How many times? How many times you're gonna say it? Well, that's somebody else. I thought that was Nighthawk. It's R. Nosh. Enosh. So what else? Yeah, I can't tell you anything new that is good, except that I did think the artwork for White Knights was good. I have the stuff that I thought was newish is now old, like Kingdom Come, Alex Ross. I thought that was sort of newer. I consider that newer because it wasn't like stuff that I read in the 90s. So it seemed newer, but it's old now too.
Is there a publisher you wanted to work for but could not agree on a contract?
No. I went. Okay, so here's what the events that happened. I went to San Diego Comic Con, and I had some Batman pages that I had done as a like kind of a pitch or tryout type thing to get a job either at Marvel or DC. And it was my last time I was going to do it because I had been trying for some years. Well, I think the year before that, or a couple of years before that, I went and I talked with, I showed my stuff to Klaus Janson, who is, if you don't know, he's the inker for Frank Miller on Daredevil and also Dark Knight, the first one. And he looked at my artwork, and I said I had a portfolio, and he said, "What is it that you're wanting to do?" I had all kind. I had pencils, I had inks, I had full color stuff, everything. And I said, "Well, I want to be a penciler." And he said, "Well, I could give you a job right now as a colorist." And colorist, in my mind, was so low on the totem pole of what I wanted to do. Uh, I I kick myself now for not taking that at the time. But I also chalk it up to, everything happens for a reason. And maybe it was not a good fit for me. Maybe I shouldn't work in that mainstream kind of thing. But I have worked on other things for Marvel and DC, or I've worked on the properties and stuff, I should say, like for Upper Deck, and I did some limited edition prints for Marvel characters, like paintings and stuff like that, back in the day. But I never got to work on a book. And it wasn't because of contract stuff. It was just I guess there's so many talented people out there. And it also has to do with like personality, like I didn't know people that well. I just had met them. Like I met Klaus Janson and stuff. And I don't know, maybe he was pleasant to me. I liked him. And maybe he thought, oh, this is a nice enough guy. I could throw him a bone, give him a coloring job or something like that. But I didn't do it. I didn't take it. And now I don't even know if I would want to work for Marvel or DC because of how I think personally they've destroyed the characters that I loved, and they're like unrecognizable to me now. So now, see, I don't know what to say anymore. This is why I don't do a good YouTube channel, because I don't know what to say. I think it's better if I'm talking. So don't know what to say.
They keep ruining charters, like Alan Scott.
Alan Scott. What's Alan Scott? Refresh my memory. Or maybe I don't know who that is.
Green Lantern.
Oh, what did they do to him?
I agree the big two have dropped the ball in major ways lately. Have you ever thought about doing a monthly title with Image or Fantagraphics?
I did do one issue of Packens Land, my title with Image, but then to continue it, they take too much money. Because they get paid a lot. And so in order to make it, you gotta be selling some books. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the arrangement with Fantagraphics would be. Like, do they have their own characters? I don't even know. I don't follow any of that stuff.
They turned Green Lantern into a homosexual. It made the story in Underworld Unleashed, where his wife is worried she is no longer lovable to him, depressing.
It is depressing.
What would you say is the bare minimum break-even point of monthly sales to do a title at Image?
I don't know. When I did it, it was back in probably in the 90s. I could be wrong. Let me see if I have a copy of the book.
They also broke Tim Drake up with Spoiler and turned him gay too.
Well, I thought I might have one right here, but I don't. I think I only have one copy of the Image book I did. I could look it up. I can't remember what year it is. That's what I was trying to look for. Let's see. It looks like it was in 2000. Yeah, it was issue number 4 of Packen's Land Forgotten Dreams. So what we did is we would, because Caliber was the publisher, they wanted to start over every 6 issues with a new story arc. And so we would start over with number 1 again, and that was their way, I guess, of getting the sales to go up, because everybody's thinking they're getting a first issue all the time. And so when I ended up leaving Caliber, because they were going bankrupt and they weren't able to pay me my royalties, so I was like, I'm out of here, you guys. I'm not staying here for that. I've had a lot of bad problems with publishers, so I'm not real enthusiastic about doing anything with anybody else. You know what I mean? I've done way better self-publishing and doing my own thing
Gary Shipman.
than I ever did with a publisher. So I really am not probably the best person to ask about that stuff. Hello, who is that? Let's see who's here. Eric. Good to see you. Have to let that dry a little bit because it keeps absorbing the ink.
Good evening.
Hey, Tim. How are you, man? Good to see you. Thought I would do something here on YouTube because I haven't done anything in a long time. Anyways, how long have we been here? 7th. We've been on for an hour.
Wow, I got spoiled on the Twitch lag.
Yeah.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, Twitch lag was great. There was hardly any Twitch lag. I'm doing good. I just thought I'd come on here, do talk a little bit, try to talk and draw at the same time because I'm so bad at it. Do you think after all these years I'd figure out how to do it? And I'm still not great. But I think I did okay. I think I carried on a conversation.
Do you think the Mighty Mitre or He-Man have potential for good stories?
I do. I think that anything has a potential for good stories. It's just who is the person doing the story. I think you can take virtually anything and if a person knows what they're doing and they have a story and a vision for it, they can tell a story and it'll be good. It'll that's how all the books that are good got good. I mean, like Frank Miller came onto Daredevil, they were going to cancel Daredevil. And then he was like, well, just let me do something with it. And they're like, yeah, whatever, do whatever you want. And he did and made it like one of the top books, maybe the top book. It was competing with X-Men, like with John Byrne, I think, at the time. Or at least the tail end of John Byrne. So yeah, I think that anything can. But and by the same token, anything can be wrecked too. You get somebody in there who doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't
Thank you
care
for talking with us.
about
I
the
think
characters.
you have been great with your conversation with us.
Well, cool. Well, then maybe I'm getting a little better. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself. But I do run out of things to say, so I do appreciate all of your guys' questions and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. One reason I'm hyped for Conan and other properties going into the public domain, lots of potential.
Yeah. Well, if any of you guys, or if you want to, it would really help me out to build this channel up. Share it with your friends, let people know. That would be great. I'm going to do my best to try to keep it exciting and, or at least engaging to a degree, try to talk more. Your questions and stuff like that totally help me. If you're on Whatnot, I'll put this Spider-Man card up on Whatnot. You sign it. If you're on the Whatnots. Oh, let me give you a link to Whatnot.
Also, DC characters are soon to be public domain.
Really? Which ones? I thought that it wouldn't be public domain because they've been creating new stuff. You know what I mean? Here's a link to my Whatnot.
https://whatnot.com/invite/Gary
So is it going to be like the old superheroes or something that are going to be public domain?
Superman. For sure.
Really? So anyone can do it? Or I don't understand public domain, apparently. So I will be doing a Whatnot stream on Friday. I've limited them. And isn't today Thursday? So yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing a stream on Whatnot. Go check it out. Go follow and
I think the original stuff will be in public domain.
Yeah, also this is a good time to go to my Whatnot and follow because we're like maybe 6 followers away from a giveaway. So if you want to get something given away, go check it out, man. It means a lot. Also, it helps to
The original
support.
Black Cat and Daredevil are public domain, but you can't use their names.
Do you do that then? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. Anyway, so I appreciate you guys for being here, hanging with me, chatting a bit. Oh, let me show you one of the pages. Here is a Titan page that I did for volume 3. That's a splash page. We are coming to the end of volume 3, and I'm scripting things out and getting it all done. Just have a few more pages to do, and then that will be going off to the printer. So thank you all for your patience. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell, and you'll know next time we do a live stream or something. All right. Thank you all. God bless.
It will only be the very early iterations of Superman, Batman, and a few other characters will be public domain. The early issues, not until 2036. Whatnot
okay.
is doing Halloween-themed promotions, so that might be one way to promote your chan.
Oh, really? What do? You just say Halloween on your show?
Just the issues. 7 things like some of SUPERMANS, powers like flight, won't be allowed. See you next time.
All right. See you all next time.